Indian economic updates. Major banks have approached the Reserve Bank of India seeking clarity on new guidelines requiring them to offer existing credit card customers a choice of networks such as RuPay, Visa, and MasterCard. Issued in March, these guidelines mandate that issuers provide network options both at issuance and renewals, effective from September 2024. Queries have arisen regarding whether all current customers must be offered network choices or just those at renewal. Discussions within the Indian Banks Association aim to develop a unified approach. Concerns include existing contractual obligations with co-brand partners affecting fees and services for cardholders, despite RBI's directive aimed at enhancing customer choice. India's housing market is reaching new heights, with sales volume soaring in the first half of 2024. Key cities like Mumbai, Delhi NCR, Bengaluru, Pune, and Hyderabad have led to an 11-year high in sales. Knight Frank India reports an 11% year-on-year growth, totaling 1,73,241 apartments sold. Strong economic and socio-political conditions have boosted both residential and office sectors. Premium property sales jumped from 15% in 2018 to 34% in 2024. Mumbai led with 47,259 units sold, while Kolkata saw a 60% increase in launches. High property prices and loan rates have reduced demand for lower-priced homes. In FY24, overseas Indians sent a record $107 billion in remittances, surpassing $100 billion for the second consecutive year. This amount is nearly double the $54 billion in net foreign investments. Gross remittances hit $119 billion, with net private transfers at $107 billion after repatriations. Studies link remittances to migration levels and job opportunities in source countries. A Reserve Bank of India survey indicated the US as the top remittance source, contributing 23%. Most remittances support family needs, with some invested. India remains the largest recipient, driven by IT professionals. India is simplifying visa norms for expat workers in 14 sectors under the Production-Linked Incentive Scheme, aiming to ease the process for expats, including Chinese workers. This streamlining benefits both PLI beneficiaries and non-PLI companies in these sectors. The Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade has raised the issue with the External Affairs Ministry to address delays, especially for Chinese technicians needed in Indian factories. Additionally, India is finalizing guidelines for an EV policy, offering duty concessions for companies investing $500 million in manufacturing. The government is also considering further liberalizing foreign direct investment in various sectors.